Hi, I'm Lesley Everett, personal branding and brand management coach and consultant. This is part of a series of a few short videos focused on how you might build your personal brand right now and the core elements of that and remaining visible in the challenging world we're in, often with most of us working remotely at home. And this particular video is focused on how you might keep your impact up and create impact and visibility in remote meetings and using technology. A lot of my clients are saying, oh gosh, I'm much better at face-to-face meetings. I'm finding a lot of these Zoom calls, Skype calls, webinars and things challenging, and to be visible and have impact is tough for me, and often it is for introverts in particular, but there are lots of reasons why it's tough to have impact in virtual meetings. Obviously we can't easily jump in and be heard, we can't easily interrupt people, it doesn't quite work as well as when we're in a room, we can easily more interact, so there are restrictions. But also I do believe that it is an opportunity to be even more visible if we do the right things. So I just wanted to share some thoughts on what might be helpful right now. Doing preparation in advance. So if there are some key things that you want to be able to share in this meeting and you need to get covered on the agenda and you want to be heard with, send those in an email beforehand to the meeting organizer, or preferably to everybody attending if that's appropriate. If you want to be able to have some whiteboard time, set that up in advance as well, and let people know you'd appreciate a few minutes to share an idea, some thoughts by using the whiteboard. So we need to just do a little bit more preparation sometimes for these virtual meetings, so try that one. If you're the meeting organizer, keep your meetings short and focused. People are getting a little fed up with spending a lot of time online and talking to a video screen. So just keep them short and succinct in order to keep engagement levels high, and follow up with actions. Be conscious of the practical actions coming out of it and making best use of people's time. Arrive early. Obviously, the meeting planner, you're there early anyway, but arrive early and take advantage of the time to just make small talk and chit chat and catch up with people. Never been more important than just talking to people now, finding out what's going on in their world. So keep that visibility up by arriving early. And if you're the meeting organizer, try and set up your meetings so there isn't a waiting room, and allow people this time to just interact before you start. What can be helpful as well is, if you are the meeting planner, just organising a fun icebreaker at the start of every meeting. You might even create a theme for that, but having something where people can just feel comfortable with the technology, comfortable with changing their screen views, that kind of thing. But maybe rotate it amongst the attendees in asking them to come up with something new each week as well. But maybe a little bit more, as I said, on the preparation of these meetings when they're virtual is important. Check out your background. What's behind you in the background, your lighting, make sure there's nothing too distracting. Now, at the same time, I think it's great when we need to be human, because that's what personal branding is all about, that authentic streak, that authentic core. And it's okay if the dog barks, or the window cleaner appears at the window, or the child runs in, or whatever. We've all seen those on YouTube, and they are fun. And it's something that happens when we work from home, and it's just showing that human side of this. But try and obviously keep it to a minimum. It is distracting for other people if these things keep happening. So just bear that in mind, and it's all part of your brand on show after all. What I use if I'm doing important meetings and presentations live is I'll use an Ethernet hardwired connection rather than relying on Wi-Fi. I find that gives me more peace of mind. It's more stable when things can go up and down with the Wi-Fi at any time. So if you're able to do that, set up an Ethernet connection as well. And follow up, important. That might be by way of an email, just saying, well, these are the actions. It might be way of a video email, just to say, hey, great to meet you today. These are the things I've taken away. But follow-up is important because everybody's remote. Everybody needs to know that we've got some direction, we're on the same page. So I do believe, all in all, that remote meetings are actually a great way to be visible if we can just do that extra level of preparation and remember those few key points. Just to finish, and this is the last in the series of videos that I'm sharing with you on this, but I'm always open to talking to you about other things you might be needing at this time. We are focusing as a company, Walking Tall, on doing a lot of remote brand me interactive training using Zoom. We have been doing this for a couple of years, so we're very well versed in delivering this now and keeping the engagement levels high, doing 3-hour sessions, breaking a whole day up into 2 sessions, and that works incredibly well. So we're doing a lot of that. So if you find that that's helpful right now for your team, I'm happy to put something together there. Obviously, a lot of remote coaching, that tends to be remote anyway for me globally. I can work with anybody in the world. And virtual keynote presentations. Again, I've been doing that for some time, but now in terms of presentations, obviously conferences not happening. I'm doing a lot of that virtually, and that's working well as well. And do keep in contact. So there's the email address that will reach us here at Walking Tall, info@walkingtall.org. That's my direct phone number. I'm based on the west coast of the US, so bear in mind the time difference there. Always happy to take a call or text me. And there's an offer at the end of this page here. If you go into my direct calendar there, you'll see an opportunity to set up a 20-minute complimentary call. If you've got a question on your brand, I'm very happy to talk that through with you. If you want to talk about something that might be useful for the team in terms of delivery, happy to do that there. So use that Calendly link to just go straight into my calendar and book a slot that might be useful for you. I hope you've enjoyed this series of a few videos and that it's been helpful to you. Do keep in touch. I'd love to hear from you and let me know how it's been helpful. Until then, hopefully I will see you again at some point on LinkedIn, if not face to face when we come out of this crazy world right now. But take care, keep safe, and keep building your brand. Bye-bye for now.